Hi everybody, this is Jeff with Living in Arizona, and today we're going to talk about pets in Arizona. And this comes as a question from Rachel Voigt, who says, I'd like to see a video about your dog. And so we're going to talk about dogs and cats. This is in our group, Living in Arizona. If you have not already joined us, you may want to consider that because, as you can see, people ask questions, looking for recommendations, posting pictures, all sorts of cool stuff in here. So if you have some stuff that you'd like to learn about, Arizona, look at this crescent saguaro cactus. You've got the monsoon, look at that, from Benjamin. So go ahead and join this group, link below. Let's go ahead and talk about this, but before we do, I want to show you my pets. Here's my cat doing his favorite pastime ever. His name's Mykonos, and he's looking at some fish in the aquarium. How's the weather, Larry? Sit down. Sit. Sit. Good boy, Larry. Good boy. Good boy, Larry. All right, so now that you've seen my pets, let's go ahead and dial this in. So if you're new to Living in Arizona, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel right here. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell to get notified. You can see we talk about a variety of different subjects. Phoenix sustainability, water crisis, mega city region, overpopulation, Sedona, natural disasters, dangerous Arizona wildlife. Come onto the homepage and just watch any one of these videos. I mean, it's all information for you. We all learn along the way, including me. We're all continuing to learn, right? That's the deal. Okay, so if you're coming here and you don't have a pet, but you want to get a pet when you get here, what I did was I adopted. That was my first time ever adopting. You know, I went down to the pet store to go look, and they were like $1,000, but everyone kept saying, hey, why don't you adopt? So I went down to the the mall, Superstition Springs in Mesa, at the mall there, and I was looking for a dog, and they had plenty of cool dogs, and weren't going to cost $1,000, and you were going to take a dog that was maybe 7 months, or maybe a year old, or 2 years old, or even a baby puppy, and give it a home. And so that's where I got my dog, Larry Berto, right? And so also I got my cat from PetSmart on Saturdays. I was just going there to get some fish for my koi pond in my backyard, and I saw the cats, and my grandma said I should get a cat, or why not get a cat? My mom also has cats, so I was like, okay. And I never thought I would get a cat, but I ended up getting one because my dog needed a friend, but I didn't want to get another dog because, as you know, dogs poop a lot. So I was like, okay, well, cats I know use litter boxes, and this one was already trained and everything. I just asked the lady, I said, what's your, which one do you like? And she told me the one she likes. She was right. Anyways, so I mean, you could pick out the one or ask for recommendations from the people that are working there, but that's at PetSmart. It was either PetSmart or Petsco. Can't remember. So this is the Arizona Humane Society. You can go on there, adopt a dog, adopt a cat, adopt a critter. Can't find your perfect pet. So then you can even go on here and do a little research before you even get here, and maybe even give an animal that's looking for a home. They also set it up to where, they already have shots. Some of them are already neutered. Like my dog was already neutered. I think my cat was. I mean, I don't know. I don't really care one way or another, but I guess spay and neuter is a good thing for animals out here. Also, they come with their shots. Like I had to get, I think, like a rabies shot for them, and a parvo shot, and maybe even some rat or some worm, lungworm, worm. I don't know. Anyway, your local veterinarian will tell you exactly what they need and what they recommend. But you can see this here on Arizona Humane Society. Now, Little Critters Veterinary Hospital, they have some tips for you about caring for your animals in the desert. As you know, the desert's different than most places because we've got snakes, we've got scorpions, we've got cactus, we've got hot temperatures, so stuff like this. And you can see they say cactus. Cactus can be a problem because sometimes dogs will chase a little gopher into a hole, and next thing you know, he didn't realize that's a cactus, and he didn't know what cactus is because he's from, I don't know, New York. See, they don't have those out there, right? So you can see, I mean, it's kind of a pain in the butt when your dog gets a cactus, in particular those choyas. So the next thing you got to watch out for is scorpions. Animals become curious. My dog is still very curious about everything. He wants to sniff mouses. He wants to play with everything. He wants to drink water he shouldn't be drinking. I mean, he'll do it all, and then, it's whatever. But coyotes are another thing. This is like a wild dog kind of animal, and you'll hear them howling, especially if you're out in the suburbs where it's more rural. Coyotes are going to be a big thing. My cat is an indoor cat, so I was told that if I'm going to adopt my cat, I can't let him go outside. But that's okay, because you'll go on like Facebook groups like Living in Arizona, but your local region, whether you're moving to Queen Creek or Gilbert or Chandler or Santan Valley, you'll join one of the Chandler happenings or Tempe happenings groups, and you'll see people in there saying, "Oh my gosh, my cat's gone," and people will say, "Oh yeah, my cat got taken by a coyote," or this and that. So coyotes are a big thing for cats, in particular, and small dogs. We already talked about snake bites, spiders, lizards. Lizards are pretty low risk, like they're saying here. The Gila monster is potentially dangerous, but seeing a Gila monster is extremely rare. So those are just some animals to look out for. Valley fever, they say that's a thing for humans, but it's also animals that get it. So you can see here, animals can get this. There is going to be things that you need to do, but there is also a treatment. So follow up on Google and type in valley fever for dogs. I already made a video all about valley fever. You can watch it on this channel, or you can just do your own research or ask the vet about what you need to know about valley fever. I mean, you can see right here on littlecrittersvet.com, you can come on here and read this article. Okay, Arizona Pet Care. And you can see lots of stuff to know about that. So moving to Arizona, learn about pet laws. So a vaccination certificate signed by a licensed veterinarian containing the following. This is what you'll need before move here. Vaccine manufacturer's name, type of vaccine used, MLV or killed, serial or lot number, date vaccination was given, veterinarian's name, how long the vaccination is valid. So I just have a little folder, and I put each animal has a folder in that little drawer thing right there, and I just store it in there, and whenever I go to the vet or a new vet, I just say, here's his file, here's her file. So there you go. Your dog is an important member of your family. No matter how safe you think your dog is, storms, fireworks, or other disturbances may prompt your dog to dig, jump, or dart. Yeah, so I mean, your fence, you're going to want to make sure that if you know of any areas, you're going to make sure that that's in the event that there's fireworks on 4th of July and he's never heard them or she's never heard them before, that she's not going to be able to get out because she's scared. She doesn't know what that is. So that's something to consider. Little chihuahuas, getting a crate can also be a good thing for on the 4th of July. You're going to want to put your animals in a crate because your backyard, who knows what could happen. I mean, I've seen dogs that can jump over big 6-7 foot fences. They never really did it, but then all of a sudden push came to shove and they were out. They were jumping the fence. You're like, what? I didn't know he could do that. Oh yeah, he's a pit bull. He can do that. Pit bulls can jump high, right? So I mean, that kind of stuff. Also, you don't want to have if you have a big dog, you don't want him on the loose around scaring the heck out of the neighborhood. Because we had a big dog. I don't know if it was a mastiff or what, but there was a big dog, and some construction worker comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, just so you know, because I was walking my dog, he's like, there's a big dog walking around out here. I'm just letting you know." And I said, "Really?" And I didn't know what kind of breed is it? He said, "I don't know, but it's a big dog." So I was like, yeah, I mean, if I got my little dog, you don't know how aggressive these dogs can be. Like some people, they have aggressive dogs, and if a dog's out loose, sometimes it just means that that dog's been plotting his escape. At least for because the dog, he just wants to go out and play sometimes, or sometimes he just wants to get away from his owners. Who knows? Each case is different. But a big dog can really terrorize a neighborhood. So keep that in mind when you're considering getting a big dog. And if you do get a big dog, how are you keeping it safe from the public? So you got all these other recommendations. Get them chipped. Both my animals have chips. You got to get that registered. They just put a chip right behind their neck or something, and then you're good to go. But that's another thing that you can do. And then exotic pets, for those of you who are into exotic pets, these are the ones that are legal here. So 10 exotic pets that are legal in Arizona: hedgehogs, wallabies and kangaroos, savanna cats, short-tailed opossums, capybaras, sugar gliders, American bison. Okay, who's going to get an American bison? Wolf dogs, African crested porcupines, You know, some other things that people do, and I've seen this, is they'll catch a wild lizard, or they'll catch a, you know, something wild like a grasshopper or a praying mantis or whatever's out in your backyard. And I don't know if you can necessarily do that. So if you're going to catch a horny toad or some sort of desert animal, you're going to want to make sure that if you're allowed to do that, because some wild animals you are not allowed to touch, and some of them you could catch. Like, and if you do find one, say that's wounded, obviously you want to nurture it back to health, because maybe it's missing a leg and you just want to feed it a little bit and then release it, right? So sometimes it's not always that you're trying to catch a pet to you know, domesticate it and keep forever. You're just trying to help nurse it back to health. Same thing with little birds and stuff, right? I've seen cactus wrens, baby doves, cardinals. I don't think blue jays, but even those little baby hummingbirds. You ever seen a hummingbird egg? Those things are so small. And so keeping your pets safe during hot weather is different between life and death. So this is a pretty big thing. You know, in the summertime, if you go to work from, say, 8 in the morning till 6 in the afternoon, your pets will be out in that heat. That might be a problem. So considering an indoor crate, a big enough crate, depending on your dog, you know, unless he's the type who can just run fully around the house. But when you're doing that, what are you running? You know, you could come home to a whole couch torn up or pillows all over the place. There's pillow foam, right? Or other things, right? You know, throw up or who knows, pee. But yeah, I mean, the summers are really bad for leaving your animals out there, especially that long in time, unless you've got proper shade, proper water, and all that. And even then, I think you're still running the risk of having it be too hot. So you're probably going to want indoor alternatives for your pets, especially during the summertime. So I'm just putting that out there. So pets love plenty of water, shade, and walks on the grass, because the ground can get really hot. Like walking on the ground, you even try walking on the ground barefoot, you'll be like, whoa, that's radiating heat. So just keep that in mind, that, you know, the heat can really be a bad thing. And I think there's even here's something: when the temperature gets to their when their temperature gets to be their body temperature, they can't pant enough to cool themselves down without getting out of the sun, explains Detective Frederick Porter of the Maricopa County's Sheriff's Office Animal Cruelty Investigation. So you can see that under Arizona law, you are required to provide water and shade for outdoor pets. If not, you can be charged with animal cruelty, ranging from misdemeanors all the way up to felonies, punishable with fines and even jail time. So it's not just something that you can make the decision on. It's also can be punishable by animal cruelty law under Arizona law, right? So there you go. It's kind of like you know, your animal, especially leaving your pets in your car. Kind of common sense stuff, but I just wanted to put it out there because it is a different state. Things to keep in mind, especially when you get out here. You might say, well, oh, I didn't know there were scorpions. Or, oh, I didn't know there were snakes. Or, hey, I didn't realize that cactuses can get in dogs, you know. So that's why we make these videos, to help you guys. Also, if you're from here or if you have any experience, any questions, drop a comment below. Share your experience about animals. Share your advice about having animals. Help everyone out, and we'll see you guys next time. Watch one of these other videos if you like also, and thank you for subscribing and liking this video.